Mongoose here. Got an easy gig for you. Some good money to be made. Swing by if you're up for it. I'm near the chemical plant. By the silo. Look for a small, 2-story building.
Welcome back. WeArEuS and those are dogs. And this is Stalker 2.
I'm inside, upstairs. Come on over.
So, since we last played, I don't know when these things actually went into effect. But since we last played, there apparently have been some updates to the game. Most notably are two things. One, I don't know if this was a thing before, so if it was, not my problem, I didn't know. If you bring up this menu and just don't do anything, it turns your lamp off, or on accordingly. But the more interesting thing is that stalkers now, well, not just stalkers, frankly anyone, will now loot bodies nearby. I have lost a lot more loot than I am willing to admit to people that were looting without me being aware of it. That said, almost all of those people died. I'm probably being a little too pessimistic, and they probably all died. One of them I literally actually tried to kill, but I kept missing all of my headshots. Like, I'm pretty sure I fired 6 times across 2 different weapons, the pistol and the sniper rifle. Missed every single time. Then, a swarm of rats came by, gnawed him to a pile of gore and guts, and then continued to move on past me because I was hidden behind something after I realized what was going on, and proceeded to kill probably 2-3 more guys. I still ended up missing some of the loot because, well, I was already fat with the good stuff, and because I was going to hump that all the way over to Rostock, but then all of this stuff kept happening. And another guy ended up looting another body. He didn't last long, as the zone then spawned in some, I'm pretty sure it was a military patrol, that then proceeded to just murder him the moment he walked around a corner. I didn't realize it happened at the time. I only later realized I didn't see that guy again, so I went looking for his body, and lo and behold, what was his became mine. Among the stuff I looted was a lot of ammo, which I sold, because I have enough of that. You come across anomalies, you pull out your anomaly gear. I did find a Siva suit near a stash. Sold it. Sold everything. We are partially solvent. It's not great, for sure. Central elevator. It's the depot. No idea what that is. So, to be fair, I wasn't actually listening to the guy when I was half listening. I was much more concerned about not being snuck up on by this or that while he was talking. So, finding where this guy has put himself will take a little bit. I mean, I could pull out the sniper rifle, but it would just take too long. He said near a silo. This thing? I know what a silo is. Shut up. A lot of people have died. A lot of people and things died before I started recording. I feel good. I feel right. Also, along the way, I was accosted by a sniper. Not necessarily sure I'm safe, so I'm just going to duck over here for a quick second. So, where is it? Okay. If you go to this building here, yeah, if you go to this building all the way at the top, a guy over here will start sniping at you. He's really hard to see. If it's not nighttime, you won't be able to see him. He's basically sniping you through trees from the top of this building. So you can't actually see him. I was lucky. It was nighttime by the time I got all of the stuff over here done. There were, I don't know what faction they were. They were just dudes that were shooting at me, so they all died. Mysterious circumstances. I had nothing to do with it. Then a plague of rats spawned in. Gave them the grenade. Then dogs spawned in. And the rats were as I was about to go up to the top level of this building. Killed them. Then I went up and heard the dogs barking. Sat around for a second trying to wait for them to appear. They never really did until I got off of what I was standing on and went upstairs to the top floor. That's when I started getting shot. I had no idea where it was coming from. Didn't like it, didn't appreciate it. But I had much more pressing matters. Ah, there he is.
Howdy. Come over here. Don't be afraid.
This guy's a burr. I'm just going to shoot him in the face. Anyway, as I was saying, I had much more pressing matters to concern myself with and shot the dog that followed me up the stairs. He did not appreciate that and died immediately. The guy across the way that was sniping at me would not stop. And given I had no idea where he was at the time, not until night fell and I could see the tracers from his bullets as he fired. It was really awkward trying to dodge fire from a direction you didn't know where it was coming from. Don't need Vinca. We saved, right? Doesn't look like a bird. So I did ultimately end up getting the guy. The problem is the building he's on top of, there's just literally no way to get into. There's an underground area but it's like a throughway. It doesn't actually connect to the building itself. All of the doors don't open. There are no windows to jump through. Not even things to climb on to jump through windows. And even if you could get in with no doors and no ground floor windows to get in and out of, I don't know how you would ever actually get out. So I'm assuming his stuff is still up there. Like I said, a lot of things died, and most of their bodies are just gone now. So I'm worried that the guy I killed, his body's missing, but his gun is still up there. I don't know what he was shooting me with. It might have been an SVD. I wasn't familiar with the sound of the weapon, so it's definitely something I haven't used a lot.
How about putting in a little work for the sake of science, Stalker? The pay's good, and the job's a breeze. Even a kid could handle it. I've set up 2 measuring devices on this silo. The catch is, they need to be activated simultaneously. And, well, as you can see, I'm flying solo here. Mind giving me a hand?
Wait a sec. Can you fill me in on the nature of these gadgets?
They're anonymous activity meters, courtesy of the brainiacs at Malachite. I'll admit it. I'm a little on the dense side. I just skimmed the instructions and figured out it's a 2-man job. And I haven't had a partner for a while. But let's not go off on a tangent. Are you on board or not?
Okay, let's get this done. Which way?
Send in the coordinates to your PDA. Get over there and turn the device on. I'll pick up the signal and activate the other one on my end. Be careful out there.
I can only imagine that there's going to be something I have to kill, because why wouldn't there be? Huh. Okay, so... Well, it's not... Oh, great. Come on. Right over here. Oh, I've killed a lot of bloodsuckers too, and frankly, once I could get them to once I could get them to come close enough, this gun makes quick work of them. Good damage, especially if you land enough headshots. Good damage at a good rate of speed. Does a dead bloodsucker make? The only problem is that this thing takes forever to freaking load. I also killed a swarm of rats with just a knife. I was standing on top of one of the... frick, there's probably one of those things down there. I was standing on top of something and I just stabbed at them because why wouldn't you? They're rats. God, I hate the animations for these things. And by these things I mean all mutants, because good lord, are they hard to track. Come on then, join your buddies. Whoa, frick. Right in the cheek. Really? Why did the music get even more intense after I killed it? Save, so I don't think I haven't noticed that there's still something hostile towards me. certain I killed all the rats. Not really a fan of this long walkway here. I'm expecting there to be something that spawns in down there shortly. There we are. There we go. All's quiet on the Western Front. Looks empty. Is empty. 26 meters below. Okay. I don't know if I can remember. Okay, so the artifact you may have just seen in my inventory, that is the dead sponge. It is trash. So sell it or trade it in for a quest at your earliest convenience, if at all possible. But the more important part is you're probably wondering where I got it. Thankfully, I didn't have to trek through any pesky anomalies to get it, even though it apparently appears in the flame anomaly areas. So keep that in mind. I found it. I don't know. Here, maybe? There is a building with a boarded up door. But right to the left, directly to the left of that, is just a big opening that you can walk through and go wide around that door. Inside of that building is a guy with... Actually, inside of the building is a device. It's hard to see unless you use your sniper rifle at the door. But when you walk in, a guy appears out of nowhere, activates the machine, doesn't say a word to you. He's apparently friendly, so I didn't kill him. He activates the machine. It's apparently one of the anomaly things, or the artifact devices. He doesn't spawn any anomalies or anything. That's what I was expecting. I was sure he was just going to be ripped apart or fried or sent to another plane of existence. Instead, a bloodsucker materialized out of nowhere and ripped his face off. He died immediately thereafter, and when I managed to get it to appear, the bloodsucker followed suit. The artifact itself was inside of the device. And all it does is reduce bleeding or increase bleeding resistance. So like I said, it's not worth anything. Get rid of it as soon as you can and make profit. I am personally saving it for when what's his mug has a new job for me. I'm sorry, they're not destructible? Okay. By the way, getting a faction on your side is actually really lucrative. By really, I mean more than if they weren't. because the jobs I've been doing for, I'm just going to call him the barkeep. The jobs I've been doing for him were at base worth 5,000. I get paid 8,000 when I complete the job. That's pretty good. Especially considering that most of the jobs aren't particularly difficult. Granted, they will cost you some durability on one thing or another, as they're usually involving killing something or someone. The frick was that noise? I mean, I already had this thing out before, so I know there's nothing here. It's over here. Ah, I see. I was contemplating trying to jump across from here to over there, but no dice.
Out there. Now flip the switch.
When I am ready, buddy. Surely this isn't going to go awry.
It's working. Sorry, Stalker. I had to do it.
Pretty sure that's a controller. I mean, I'm here, I may as well see what's up. Nothing worth the time over here. And yeah, I did see it. I just don't want it. And I do have the moonlight artifact still. But I have no desire to go out of my way to equip it. I'm not a fan of wearing garbage. Be it armor, guns, or artifacts. Great. Just great. There's a goddamn bloodsucker here now. Did I save? I don't think so. I already know there won't be an emission for a while. Had one of those right before I left Rostock. I need one that goes back up, which I passed because I'm an idiot. And yeah, it wasn't clean, but I've done what I could for the recoil. And as long as I keep it within 3 shots, it usually doesn't become a problem. But I can only do 3 shots if I know that they can't reach me. Otherwise, it's too big of a risk, and I've just got to unload the entire gun. There are no ladders to climb to get up here, but there is a jump that has to be made. So I'm confused about how the Bloodsucker got up here. Okay. So somehow it just gets up here because, of course, it can. Those were all body shots, by the way. And I'm sure one of them wasn't even centered, so some of the buckshot actually missed. I don't know how many shots it took before he expired. But I don't think it was the full 8. 6, maybe? Armor's okay, but the gun's definitely... Don't have a lot left to eat, so that's a thing. Oh, come on! Alright, let's do this again. And around he goes. And around. And around. And around. We already know no one's behind me because that's just not possible. 6. That's how many licks it takes to get to the center of their Tootsie Pop. Now that I say it out loud, the euphemism is terrible. I apologize. Let's forget it happened. All right. Now let's go see this guy isn't here or is dead or... Now you see why this is BS, right? They literally have to run on top of that or jump on top of that box, then jump on top of this. Oh. Well, this is just stupid.
Whoa, whoa. Easy now. Can't we talk about this? Can't we talk this out before you start shooting?
You're talking, aren't you?
You only get one chance.
The radiation emitted by the devices, the anomalous activity meters, attracts all kinds of mutants. It usually takes a while, but that pack of bloodsuckers must have been in the vicinity. They showed up the moment we activated the devices. I'm really sorry about it. Honest. This setup wasn't meant to target you.
I wonder, I'm just wondering this purely hypothetically, honestly, hypothetically, this one time. If I select the attack option, and it will make him immediately hostile to me. If I select the attack option and it makes him immediately hostile to me, and I kill him, because that is just the way it's going to end, does that result in a reduction of reputation with his faction, or is it just written off? And see, the issue is that there's just no way to know these things. In Clear Sky, that's what it was. In the Clear Sky game, you had faction meters. So you'd be able to keep track of every faction's feelings towards you. I'm pretty sure there was something similar in Shadow of Chornobyl. Or maybe the issue is it might have been a mod, and I played mods more than the base game, so the stuff sort of runs together after a while. And it's difficult to pull apart which is which. Anyway, Clear Sky is the one I'm certain about. And that one shows you faction reputation, or at least I think it's either reputation or the amount of territory they've secured. If it's the latter, I've wasted like 3 minutes. Anyway, if there was some way to see faction reputation, I could just kill the guy after choosing the attack option, look at my faction rating, and then reload and check it and compare. Unfortunately, I can't even tell what faction the guy is a part of. I want to kill him.
You could have told me right away and I wouldn't have had any questions. Now, give me those coupons.
I've sent the pay to your PDA, and here's a little bonus on top. A pass to Malachite. I'm sure that'll have some work for you. That's my partner's pass. Or it used to be. Anyway, thanks again for everything.
I've got tons of freaking passes, though. Like, tons of them. Well, I had tons of them. Wouldn't it be funny if he got mauled by something down there? I would just sit back and let it happen, too. The thing is, he does not look like he's carrying anything worth my time. Ordinarily, I'd kill him just to test it, and to be honest, I was definitely daydreaming about it. But I've been wanting to get these collars turned in for so freaking long now. I started trying to go down there to the guy to turn the, well, to be ready to turn in the collars. So we could already be there for these, well, for start of this episode. Yep, they are allies. Or friendly, anyway. I think I'm going to let them go ahead and take care of this without me being present. Did I just hear... They ran, but they're not dead, so... Go get them, guys. Clones unite! Order 66. I'm not going to go any closer because I don't want that aggro. And if they happen to kill each other, or, you know, at least one of their own guys, I'll be there to console them. By them, I mean the deceased's pockets. Well, doesn't look like anything's going to go on over there, so I'm just going to go ahead and go this way. Oh, right. Also, dang it. Somewhere over here is an underground area. Now that I think about it, it's probably connected to this building. Well, I at least hope it would be, so I can get up there. But right around here, there's some sort of an artifact. I don't know what it is, but it's underground. So I'm hoping it's not related to the electro anomaly that's up here. I have no idea how to get underground to check. And frankly, I spent so much time over there today, I'm just done with the area. But if you want to go look, feel free. Whoa, frick. I see ya. So I also got 2 stash locations from bodies, but only one of them I couldn't mark. So I don't know where it is. It's like I used the marker with the bag or chest or whatever it is. Nah. We'll go full lethal instead. That's what I was looking for. And the only reason I was looking out for traps is because, frankly, that is an immaterial defense measure. So I was expecting traps. don't like that my gun was put away for me.
What do I want?
The leash.
Come on in, and don't drag your feet. If you only got one, don't expect a big payout.
Good news.
Where are your manners? Where do you think you're going, Stalker?
Tried to pull my gun. Because his voice lines started sounding an awful lot like a psychic rat.
Hand it over. You're new around here, aren't you? Or have I just forgotten you? I had an assistant I'll never forget, Nightingale. He was a delight to work with and a great drinking buddy. It's a shame he's gone. Think you can fill his shoes?
I wasn't planning to. I'm here about...
I know what you're here about. The first ones in the house. But we'll enjoy it right here on the spot. You can fetch the bottle from my lab. It's just down the hall.
Well, that sounds like a trap. But we got 10,000 out of the deal, so I'll get him his stupid bottle. Bring him the magic vodka. I'm going to have to kill something. Lamp, bandage, nothing else.
You couldn't find it. Bottles tend to vanish into thin air around here. Must be yet another one of the zone's little wonders. All right. Let's sample the goods. Let's have one. And then we can talk about what, where, and how much. Here's to the start of our partnership.
All right. Here's to our partnership.
Not even a flinch, huh? That sort of bravado is gonna impress me. When you're drinking, you've gotta put your heart into it. So, where are we? How about another one?
I'm not interested in vodka.
A man with no interest in vodka is a man with no interest in life itself. What motivates him then? How can you trust him? And most importantly, why share a drink with him? Look, how about those colors? Leave them out next time. The shop's closed. What's the point of stocking up on colors if I don't have a leash? This was a promising project, sure. But it's time to bid it farewell. Bottoms up, S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Real quick, why did he refill the glass that was already still full?
Okay. Bottoms up, Professor.
I see you're a man of ambition. Great aspirations, I'd even say. I'll drink in me for one.
Oh yeah, if I simply don't drink,
That's
I've
what
already
I
won.
like about you. Maybe I'd like Sherbat too if he could drink like a man. But he just comes in, asks questions, and fumbles around. What am I supposed to talk to someone like that about? Let's take you, for instance. What do you want to talk about?
How do you destroy phantoms and defeat someone who can create induced illusions?
Seen double, eh? You probably just had some bad vodka. Try some of mine. It's good for more than just keeping radiation at bay.
When I saw the man who created those phantoms, I was stone cold sober.
Ha ha ha. And I was stone cold sober when I saw evidence that it was impossible. But who am I to forbid you from living in a world of illusions? If you're really so eager, drag your ass to X5. That's where the whole three-ring circus used to be. Try to find a blueprint for the suppressor. It's out to help you. I'm all out of vodka anyway. Come on. I'll give you the key card for the lab.
Looks like I did it properly.
Were a crude instrument. The suppressors, on the other hand, they were designed to dampen abilities of a fine nature. Now, where did I put it? No, that's just some junk. Ah, look, a pickle. I'll save it for later.
That's what she said.
Fuck, where are you off to? The artifact just popped out of the stairs. Grab it, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Left. No, right.
Crystal thorn. Those are ones that reduce radiation, so it's not particularly interesting.
Why, you're light on your feet, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. You can hang on to this one. You've earned it. You went after the artifact like a bullet from a gun. Seems like I gave the keycard for X5 to Sherpa after all. That's why I hate teetotalers. The bastard must have caught me in a good mood. Anyway, if you want the suppressor, you need to talk to the boring grad student yourself. He's over in Agropron, staying close to X5. And now for the fourth shot, the happiest of them all. Oh, good. This is my blissful plan of experiment. Here comes oblivion. You, whippersnappers, should stay away from all this. Nothing good ever comes of it. And never will.
This man has jaundice.
So why did you collect those collars anyway?
They're the only thing I have left to remind me of all my future scientific endeavors. Sentimentality, a quirk of human nature. Who can really say? Anyway, Here's to leaving sentimentality behind.
You're the first Project X scientist I've met who's still alive. I'm curious to hear about it firsthand.
Believe me, those men of great learning would rather not have my tongue tarnish their legacy. So I'm more than willing to do exactly that. Here's the scoop. Project X was a bunch of charlatans, and I was the most shameless one of them all. How's that for a revelation?
You used to work with phantoms. Tell me about the ability to create them.
I used to work on lots of things, including that one, yeah. What can I say? It didn't pan out. Turns out, not a single subject was capable of controlling even a paltry ability like this.
What was the purpose of the controller project?
Producing one failure after another. No, really, the project was meant to put the abilities of mutants to good use. But can we truly blame mindless creatures for their actions? Those in charge should have known right from the start that nothing could be changed. When you try to fix someone else's mistakes, you only end up making new ones.
Well, yeah, especially when you're dealing with something you have no idea how it works.
Move your ass already.
Apparently this man is cooking up artifacts over here. Fascinating. Increases hunger, but it has psi protection capabilities. Yoink, 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 yoink. Not enough stuff with that, frankly, or with that effect. But why? I don't even want to know. Let's make sure we're not missing anything here before we wrap things up. Because I'm sure where I'm headed is not close. And even if it is, it doesn't really make a difference. All it'll mean is that I can stop playing this game just a little bit sooner. Already checked. Hold on. I didn't notice this before. It's probably best that I hadn't. Ooh. I don't like that any. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back the day after tomorrow with another episode, and I'm sure many more things are going to die. We only have 75 shells left for this, and the ones we used were put to good use. I can't be upset that we're low. I mean, nothing feels better than shooting, just unloading on a bloodsucker's chest and then watching it fall over. It's cathartic, really. It almost makes me not hate them, but not enough to make it completely. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.